understand within themselves. Not Nnamdi Kanu will be talking another thing. His lawyers will be talking another thing.
You want to prepare as a team.
They want to prepare as a team, which DOS don't want. They want to put, confusion between them, so that when they go there, they may not talk aright. You see, this is not the first time DOS behave like this. And DOS have become herald or pharaoh in Nigeria. Pharaoh's army have become Pharaoh's army in Nigeria. DOS blocking some Nnamdi Kanu legal lawyers, legal personnel not to see him. It's a fear that they may have good chat and prepare for the next court appearance and other issues. Now, they have seen the brilliance of Nnamdi Kanu. They have seen the braveness of Nnamdi Kanu. They have seen the outspoken of Nnamdi Kanu. They have seen the truth whenever Nnamdi Kanu open mouth and said. So they are fearing that Nnamdi Kanu and his ways. And they, I think maybe it was the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu are chipping word to him to be saying boldly, quoting whatever is quoting, and quote them accurate. They thought that it was the lawyer chipping those words to him to be speaking. This is why they don't want, one of the things that made them not to allow Nnamdi Kanu lawyer to visit him. And they feel that Nnamdi Kanu and his lawyers coming together will make them to have more understanding and arrange for the next court, so that both of them will speak in one voice, will speak in a one accord. They will have common understanding within themselves. Not Nnamdi Kanu will be talking another thing, his lawyers will be talking another thing.
You want to prepare as a team.
They want to prepare as a team, which DOS don't want. They want to put, confusion between them, so that when they go there, they may not talk aright. Because, like Aloy Ejimakon is the leading personnel in Nnamdi Kanu solicitors group, and I think followed by Marshal Lokpara. And when two of them come together, they will hear from Nnamdi Kanu, and all of them, all the people compromising Nnamdi Kanu legal team, all of them will sit down and deliberate on that issue. Nowhere they will go and pick constitutional quoting and the law quoting to back up their defense for Nnamdi Kanu. So they don't want them to prepare at all. Neither do Nnamdi Kanu have idea of what will be going on. These are the process, number one thing that made them not to allow Nnamdi Kanu and his lawyers to meet. They want to frustrate all of them, so that at the end they will have something to nail Nnamdi Kanu, which they cannot be able to find. And Ejimako to come out and be shouting, saying that the way things are going now, they are not sure that Nnamdi Kanu may be seen again. Let me tell you, there will be no smoke without fire. Maybe they have perceived or seen or heard in a secret talk the next plan, what are going on, the plans are going on against Nnamdi Kanu life, not for the law again, not for judgment again, but against Nnamdi Kanu life, that made them to come out to be crying this, that the whole world should hear what may or will happen to Nnamdi Kanu. And you know that elimination of Nnamdi Kanu is part of fighting against Biafran restoration. It's major part of fighting against Biafran restoration. You understand? And in Nigeria, It's a country where nothing will happen. Where law does not work. It's a country you can commit a crime, whether on government level or on individual level, and go free. As far as what the crime is committed, it's not against Nigerian state. Do you hear? The crime you committed is not against Nigerian state. Then you can go free. If you can support the government and kill anybody on behalf of the government, you go free. And make the government the power to continue to hold power, you go free. Look at it, Idiagba died under the watchful eye of government. Do you hear what killed Idiagba? Wiwa died. He ended up there because these people are against the government. This man from Rivers, former NPP chairman, a prominent man from Rivers, was murdered during the time of Obasanjo. Do you hear anything going on there concerning them? They go and murder who support the government, who is working tooth and nail for government to remain in power, and see what will happen to you. Nnamdi Kanu is against the Nigerian government by holding Biafra in ransom, holding Biafra as a slave. So anybody who made it possible to silence Nnamdi Kanu, whether whether DSS or whosoever, must go free. There be no questioning. Nnamdi Kanu, if they kill him now, he's not the only person or first person in Nigeria to die in prison. Do you hear about others that die in prison? They just bury them, dig a shallow grave and bury them. So, Allah Ejimako and his group, it's good as they come out and lament that Nnamdi Kanu's life is in danger. You will know that there was a time an apartheid tried to Nelson Mandela. He sit on the hot chair. They put him on the electric chair and operated. But God saved Nelson Mandela. He did not die. Now, if the God that saved Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, they did not kill him there. The God that saved him to escape Operation Patton Dance, the God that helped him to escape when they give him poison in his food, even in the DSS detention, he did not die. That's my hope. That's my faith. The same God, the same God will continue to save Nnamdi Kanu. As far as Nnamdi Kanu is fighting a just cause, the same God will save him. As far as Nnamdi Kanu believes in God, the same God will save him. He will not die. He will be alive. But as for DSS and the entire government of Nigeria, they can do undo. Nobody can hold them. Nobody can carry them. They will tell you that it's a state case. It's a state matter. They can do it.
But do you think why the federal government and the DSS are acting in this manner now? Do you think was because of the way Nnamdi Kanu protected himself in the court recently? Do you think because of the way he talked with Binta Yanko? Do you think that's why the Nigerian government they are making behaving the way they are behaving?
Yes, the way they are behaving. If you are them, how will you behave? A person who you say that is a small child, it's a little child, and you hold him on the ground overnight, he turned you and wanted to hold you. What will you do? You will leave a very nice stick or a very nice weapon to hit that child well, so you weaken him more and more. That's what the government are doing. Nnamdi Kanu, they look at him as a little child, a giant of Africa. We will hold him, we pin him down. Nnamdi Kanu turn and want to pin them down. They will go and fortify their weapon of intimidation, their weapon of embarrassment, their weapon of talk and die against Nnamdi Kanu. So that even if at all he was able to appear next one, he cannot be able, fear will not allow him, or he cannot be able to do what? To speak out again as he has been doing. Then he become robots, sit and look. when we operate you, then you can move. If we did not operate you, you cannot move. That's part of it. The anger, the shame, and everything that Nnamdi Kanu have trashed them out by telling Bianca Nyanko to step aside. And Bianca Nyanko agreed to step aside. That anger is in Nigerian government. That's why they use their tool, DSS, to make sure they punish Nnamdi Kanu. And if it's possible for Nnamdi Kanu to appear on court again, by eliminating him, they can do it. Because Bianca Nyanko is a very strong tool they are using in detention of Nnamdi Kanu. And they will find it difficult now to select another judge that will work for them, like Bianca Nyanko. You see, all the idea. They don't know the next judge they will choose. Maybe a brave judge. Maybe a judge that, if I want to die, let me die. If I'm going to die, let me die. That I will speak the truth. I will pass the right judgment. Like the two judges in Abia and Enugu that stand and speak out the truth. It may be. It may happen. That is why they are doing all over they are doing to Nnamdi Kanu now. Yes. Because you cannot expect the person you hold on the ground to turn again at the end and to hold you P4, which referee in WWE may count 1, 2, 3 and raise him up, hand up. Have you seen it? And they don't want to be like Goliath, who is boasting. I will destroy Israel. I will do this. I will do that. But when a small boy, David come up, David use only catapult and one stone and finish Goliath. So they don't want it to be like that. They feel that they are Goliath and they will remain Goliath forever. And the boy David will never have catapult to shoot, which is Nnamdi Kanu.
It is a question that you need to ask first. Who planted Fulani in the northern part of the country? It's a question. Hausas are the indigenous people there. Who planted Fulani there? Who planted the likes of Shetima in the north? No, I'm giving you instances. Who planted Fulani in the north? And more, that's against the free world, that are against Biafra, either by omission or commission. Let them continue to look the other way as if Nigeria is not qualified. The British government, as I'm talking to you, is expecting Nigeria to disintegrate. That's his personal opinion. You cannot tell me that the vice president will go to, weird world leaders and diplomats, renowned, celebrities, hyper-minded people that control the world. That is where you see hyper-intelligence, hyper-politics, sophisticated human beings. That's where you see them. You find them in United Nations Security Council. You find them in United Nations Assembly. You find them in United Nations. That's where you see some level of sophistication in terms of human contribution to control and be able to hold the world in peace. And anything apart from that becomes a threat to humanity. So you cannot tell me that the vice president will here in Nigeria and walk to the United Nations Assembly without being prepared or without being told what to do. It is not possible. It has always been a deliberate thing that nothing that concerns them anywhere in the Middle East, what is happening? You see them protesting in the north. Have you seen an Igbo man protesting even when Israel were being bombed, when Israel were being attacked? But why is it that anytime Israel wants to defend themselves in Israel, the northerners started making so much noise, protesting, start threatening Igbo properties in the north? So it tells you a lot of things. It tells you what the likes of Shetima represents. It tells you what the northerners represent. It tells you the position of the northerners in the issue of the Igbo nation. It tells you what Biafra stands for. It tells you what West Africa are planning. It tells you what the AU are planning. And it tells you also the rise of the only black Jewish nation in Africa, the Biafra. That's just it. So Shetima actually went there prepared to do a damage control. Yes, I put it that way just to maybe assist him if he's psychologically down. Damage control. Look at that perspective. and look at the perspective of the indigenous people. What is the connection? What is the synergy? Who planted Palestinians in Israeli land? It is a question that you need to ask first. Who planted Fulani in the northern part of the country? It's a question. Hausas are the indigenous people there. Who planted Fulanis there? Who planted the likes of Shetima in the north? No, I'm giving you instances. Who planted Fulani in the north? Will you come out and tell us that the Fulanis are the indigenous people of the north?
They came on their own.
So what are we talking about? Who planted Palestine in Israeli land? And you went there, you know that the Biafrans are the indigenous people of their own land. According to United Nations Charter and Act, you said they should be deprived. That is the way they behave, as if they don't know the truth. And when they pretend to don't know the truth, Israel is teaching them now the truth. They can call for whatever ceasefire. Israel should not listen to them. They should, at least for once and for all, be taught a lesson of their life. People we have been seen celebrating a festival, all of a sudden, over 20,000 armed men invaded the nation of Israel, kidnapped, raped, destroyed women, children, old men, old women, killed, kidnapped, buried, butchered. Hey, you're a Jew, you're not afraid. It's time to teach you a lesson. Unfortunately, Hezbollah leader has gone to the grave, and more that's against the free world, that are against Biafra, either by omission or commission. Let them continue to look the other way as if Nigeria is not qualified. The British government, as I'm talking to you, is expecting Nigeria to disintegrate. We are building it. Capacity will come. We'll continue. Let them go to United Nations and say whatever they want to do. Let them organize what they call Northern League, Northern Democratic League. League of Northern Democrats. That's what they want to come up with. Whatever they come up. Whatever regionalism. Whatever thing. These are the things that was presented to the Northerners by Ojukwu. Let us go into confederation. They rejected it. The Yorubas rejected it. The Northerners rejected it. It led to the war. Today, they are trying to come back to the back door to implement the Aburi Accord. They are trying to come through the back door to do the same thing. Ojukwu said is the only solution to Nigeria. Israel has given Iran, Lebanon, Syria, named them Palestinian options of peace. They rejected it. The Biafrans today are rejecting Nigeria and its policies. Restructuring. Go and restructure yourself. Regionalism. Regionalize yourself. We are talking about total liberation, total freedom. Because when they were presenting options of restructuring and restoration, you people jettisoned it. You never see it as anything. You saw it. When you come to Igbo man to become president, you denied Igbo man presidency. They gang up, according to the national chairman of APC, Gaduje Abdullahi. He said that the gang up is deliberate. It's an insult to every Igbo man. It's an insult to the sensibility of the Prince of Africa. It's an insult to the only black Jewish nation in Africa. It's an insult. What can they do in Nigeria that Igbo man cannot do? The Yorubas and the Northerners have been ruling this country for over 50 years. What has happened? What has transformed? What has changed in Nigeria? Bro, listen, Shetima did it. The Israeli has taken note. But Israel is not going to invade Nigeria until they will lead themselves to the gallows.
Do you not think they can ban Nigerians or
No, Israel does not behave like that. It took Israel 40 decades to start doing what they are doing today. Of patience. It took Israel 40 decades of patience. Soliciting, begging the world to intervene to stop Iran. But the United Nations look the other way around. Today, Israel has risen and they are saying no to ceasefire. No to anything that's against freedom. Biafra is for freedom. Biafra does not cut anybody's hand. Biafra represents humanity. Biafra is this transformation of what the black man needs. The black man needs liberation. The black man needs sovereignty. The black man needs to be a free thinker and not subjecting people to uncertainty. And you call that leadership, the type of leadership we have in Nigeria. Imagine Nigeria without an Igbo man. We imagine this country without Igbo. We stay on the sun 24 hours. When the day AC, they collect AC. The Igbo, they stay for sun. When they stay for sun for 7 years, stay under the sun for 7 years. Stay now, come out and stay. Try it. For 7 years, stay under the sun. The Israelis, the Jews brought glory to the world, transformed the world through science and technology. The world is advancing to AI. The world is advancing to another era of existence, of humanity. Una dey say una be terrorists and una to wake up to the slaughter people. They don't set Israel for now. The way we set up Nnamdi Kanu for Nigeria. They don't set Israel for now. That's the way we set up Nnamdi Kanu. Because we can no longer take it. Israel can no longer take it as a nation. Biafrans can no longer take it in Nigeria. That is why you are saying Nnamdi Kanu. Telling even Nigerian court that have forgotten that there was a Supreme Court judgment that said, what am I doing here? The same thing they are trying to do to Israel is the same thing they are trying to do to Nnamdi Kanu. That's why you see Shetima going there and say, give them, people will not get land, give them land. That's why Buhari brought Ruga. Give people will not get land, Ruga. Pa Ayo Adebanjo, God bless you, sir. Gani Adams, God bless you. Those who stood up against Ruga under Buhari's administration, God bless you. It was a colonizational attempt that was fractured. It was an attempt to drive a conquest policy, and it was rejected. Those who does not understand that the fanatical system of the northern culture has already been embraced by the Arab Yorubas. And the resistance will start and it will commence. They don't see what is coming, they are following you. Israel took step of every movement you make, every step you take towards a particular thing. Israel document it, interpret it. Why do we have free thinkers? Why do people reason? You don't sit down in the office, you don't reason. But reasoning brought Coca-Cola, reasoning brought bottled water, reasoning brought this phone, reasoning brought this glass. Necessity is the mother of invention. Nigerian leaders is only interested in crude oil and looting. We are not talking of simple invention. We are not industrious. We are not innovative. And you want Igbos to be part of this kangaroo system. God forbid. Benjamin Netanyahu United Nations address yesterday was a blistering one. Look at it. The way you choose, Israel is choosing freedom. He made it very clear. Israel will choose freedom. Will align with nations that want to see to the survival of humanity. Those who want terrorism, whatever, they should stay on their own and go on their way and stay on their own and do their terrorism. It's as simple as that. Those who want to advance humanity should stay on their own. As simple as that. Nigeria should stay on their own. Biafra should stay on their own.